You know that feeling, right? You're stuck in traffic, going absolutely nowhere, and you look up at the clear blue sky and just think, what if I could just fly over all of this? Well, that dream of a personal flying taxi isn't just science fiction anymore. It's becoming a reality called advanced air mobility, or AAM. But what's it really going to take to get these things off the ground?
And the vision here, it is huge. We're talking about a world where gridlock is a thing of the past, where we can connect our cities and even reach remote communities in a tiny fraction of the time it takes us today. This is way more than just about going faster. It's about totally rethinking how we live and move. All right, so here's how we're going to break this all down. We'll start with that big, exciting dream. Then we'll get into the nuts and bolts of the technology that's making it possible. After that, we hit the single biggest roadblock, the battery, and look at the clever solution for right now before zooming out to see the massive, massive ecosystem this whole thing needs to actually work. So this whole new era, it actually has a name, advanced air mobility. And really, it's a completely new way of thinking about aviation. It's all about using these super advanced, highly automated aircraft to get people and things to places that aviation just couldn't really serve before. And what this could do for us is just enormous. Yeah, it could slash your commute time, for sure. But think bigger. Think about delivering life-saving medical supplies in an emergency. In rural areas, there's something called the golden hour after an accident. Getting a patient to a major hospital within that hour can literally be the difference between life and death. AAM could make that possible. So you're probably thinking, okay, if this is such a brilliant idea, why is it only happening now? What's changed? Well, the answer is a massive shift in technology that has completely rewritten the rules for aircraft designers. It's this incredible concept called distributed electric propulsion, or DEP. See, in the old days, engineers were stuck with these heavy, complex mechanical systems, gears, shafts, all physically linked to one big engine. DEP just cuts all those ties. It lets designers put small, quiet, super efficient electric motors literally anywhere they want on the aircraft. It unlocks designs that were just physically impossible before. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the simple genius at the heart of DEP. This freedom isn't just about making cool-looking aircraft. We're talking fewer moving parts, which means higher reliability and way less maintenance. It is a total game changer for aviation. But if the propulsion idea is so simple, so elegant, it really begs an obvious question, right? If we've cracked the design, where are all the flying taxis? Well, here's the twist. The enabler, that electric motor, is simple. But the thing you need to power it, that's where the story gets really, really complicated. The original dream that got everyone so excited back in 2016, a lot of it came from a big white paper by Uber Elevate. The vision was pure. Battery electric vehicles. Quiet, clean, perfect for hopping around a city. But then you run smack into the hard wall of reality. Today's batteries are heavy, they take forever to charge, and, this is the big one, they just don't store enough juice for their weight. So just how far off are we? Well, the experts believe that for batteries to really make this work on a large scale, their energy density, how much power you can pack into a kilogram, needs to get 4 times better. The magic number everyone's chasing is about 1,000 watt-hours per kilogram. That's what unlocks longer, truly useful flights. So this huge gap between the dream and today's reality has forced the entire industry to get pragmatic. Instead of just waiting around for some miracle battery to appear, they're building a bridge to the future using technology we already have. So here's the roadmap that's taking shape. Step 1 is what we'll see first. All electric vehicles doing short hops, like an airport shuttle service for people willing to pay a premium. But to go further for longer regional flights up to, say, 300 miles, that's step 2. That's going to be hybrid electric. And all the while, in the background, the race is on for step 3. Next-gen batteries, like sodium-ion, that could finally close that energy gap for good. And it's really important to see this hybrid phase as more than just a temporary fix. A lot of people in the industry see this as a solid, productive runway for the next 10, maybe even 15 years. It lets the market get started, grow, and mature, while the battery scientists work their magic. Okay, but let's just pretend for a second. Let's wave a magic wand and say we solve the power problem tomorrow. Perfect battery, perfect engine. Boom. We're still only part of the way there, because a new kind of aircraft needs a whole new kind of world to fly in.
The vehicle itself, as incredibly complex as it is really just one piece of the puzzle. To make AAM a part of our daily lives, we have to build an entirely new digital infrastructure to manage all these aircraft flying around, especially over our cities. And this ecosystem is wow. It's incredibly complex. We're talking brand new air traffic control systems for low altitudes, super reliable 5G or even 6G communication networks, a whole system of ground hubs called vertiports with super fast charging, and we haven't even mentioned super local weather prediction or the most important piece, earning public trust with rock solid safety standards. And this slide right here, this visualizes the scale of that challenge perfectly. These are some charts from NASA. On the left, you can see that if you just throw these things in the air without a system to manage them, the chance of a midair collision, it just skyrockets. Now look at the right. Even with traffic management, once you get past about 40 aircraft, the complexity, the extra flight time needed to avoid each other, it all grows exponentially. You're basically creating a digital traffic jam in the sky.
So this all leaves us with one final, kind of mind-bending thought. For decades, we've been obsessed with building the perfect flying machine. But it turns out designing the aircraft might actually be the easy part. The real challenge, the question that will decide the future of this whole industry, is whether we're ready to build the entire world that it needs to fly in.